All right, here we go. It is 7 p.m. CPT, not
Ish,
CST. It's
7 ish,
CPT.
7 ish.
Ish. 7 ish. That's right. It is your lovely travel ambassadors, Beneva Head and Rhonda House. We're here, tripping on travel, and we've been looking forward to this. Tonight, we're going to talk about the importance of travel insurance, why you should have it, and all that good stuff. Um, I just want to say I have listen, if even if you don't book with us, buy get some travel insurance, and we can sell you travel insurance policies, standalone policies. Me personally, I have an annual policy. Whenever I travel with two insurance policies.
Hmm.
I know that may be overkill, but we spend a lot on these vacations, and we want to make sure that we're covered. So for one, I have an annual policy through Travel Insured. And then whatever trip I'm doing, I always get travel insurance for that trip also. I'm gonna tell you, I praise the Lord, knock on wood, I haven't really had to use my travel insurance that often. Most recently, when we were coming back from Cancun, our luggage was gone through and some things were taken out, um, some jewelry and stuff, and we filed a claim and we were paid within 5 days, 7 days, something like that. Pay for your travel insurance. Now, I will say on the annual policy, it's going to be based on your age. It's based on your age. It asks us when we do your annual policy to put in the person's date of birth, so to calculate your age, all that good stuff. I want to say, I have a policy, my husband has a policy, and I want to say I think it's like $188 for the year. Now that is sufficient. You don't have to have two policies. I just do because I'm crazy like that, and because we've had things happen like I fell off the Segway when we were in Grand Turk and thought I had broke my shoulder, and that was a cruise. We were on a cruise then, and
Oh,
the travel insurance took care of everything. And that particular time, I had the travel insurance through Carnival, the trip thing, and Carnival was excellent. They took care of us and everything, and it was really wonderful. But we do advise you to get uh, travel insurance because you just never know what's going to happen. Take it away, Leneva.
and to that point, so Rhonda does the annual and per trip.
Hmm.
But I was just gonna let you know that not only is it worth it, it doesn't cost that much. So a trip for two for a week that runs about, if it's about $3,500, is gonna run you anywhere from 140 to 210,
Hmm.
right? So travel insurance runs about 4 to 6% of the cost of your trip.
Hmm.
So that means if your trip is only $1,000, I'm just using round numbers today,
Right.
then 4% of that, I mean, come on,
Can't
4% of on 1,000, it's not gonna be much. So listen, y'all, my computer's doing something weird. So if I drop out, I have a backup plan.
Okay.
Um, but anyway, so and I also have a story, and I hope my computer doesn't trip out on me. So listen, I caught pneumonia.
She
I
did.
had remember we had booked a cruise. Me and Rhonda were going on MSC cruise, and I also had a trip. We were doing a convention to Cancun. We had two
Hmm.
trips planned.
Hmm.
Well, I caught pneumonia in November. Okay, so I'm gonna miss the Cancun trip, no problem. February was the cruise, and guess what? She missed that too. The doctor was like, "Go where, when, who? Not
Hmm.
you." So I didn't get to go, and I had travel insurance on both trips because I stood to lose like over $5,000.
Right.
Called travel insurance folks, sent them a little doctor note, this and that, because you got to give them something. They're not just gonna cut you a check. You have to give them what they asked you for. I had my money, like Rhonda said, in like 5 days. 5 days.
Hmm.
And This was a non-refundable convention. So when you paid for your expenses, they tell you you're not going to get your money back.
Mm-hmm.
Were it not for that travel insurance, that's why I was just going to be out of that money.
Right.
And I was going to be real upset about that. Pneumonia was going to have a whole nother name that I was probably going to have. I'm just saying. And we can drink to that. So
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Because we had done everything except book our flights. We even had the hotel pre and
Mm-hmm.
post cruise.
Yep, we
We had
did.
everything. So yeah,
We
we
did.
had yeah, it was quite a bit.
And so I have another client that doesn't get travel insurance and needed to make a change. Do I have to tell you what the outcome of that deposit she had paid was? That non-refundable deposit?
Non-refundable, non-transferable.
Lost in the sauce, gone but good.
Hmm.
Fortunately, it wasn't a lot of money, but a lot of people like to get, when they book their trips, they like to get reduced deposit opportunities. They like to um, just put a little bit down or get the least expensive trip.
Right.
Well, the least expensive trip is oftentimes going to involve exceptions like non-refundable deposits, or with air it's going to have restrictions. You can't pick your seat, you last to board, all these other
Hmm.
things. So when you take advantage of those lesser priced opportunities, they have restrictions associated with them that can cost you if you don't take the time to get travel insurance. But you remember that family that got stuck in Mexico?
Yes.
That who was it?
Hmm.
Tyler Perry had to bail out. Remember that?
Yes. Hmm.
Yeah, that dude got sick.
Yeah. You
And
just never know.
they was not gonna let him leave. They literally had the police blocking the hospital door and wasn't gonna let him out. His wife was in peril. And so, panicking, they put something on Facebook or social media. Tyler Perry came across it. That bill was like $20,000.
Yes. And what everybody needs to remember is when you're in another country, your health insurance don't work there. So
It
like
don't.
your Blue Cross, your Cigna, your Aetna, your whatever you got normally does not work in other countries. And yeah, and they will. I'm gonna tell you, when I went to the hospital in Grand Turk and they
Mhm.
had to do X-rays and everything on my shoulder and all this and all that. When we got ready, yeah, they was looking for us to pay, and Carnival sent a rep to the hospital and they were like, "Oh, we took care of that," you know. And again, I had the insurance, so you should always do the insurance. If and it like you said, it's a fraction of your total cost. You don't want to be losing thousands of dollars because you didn't do a $100, $200 policy. And like I was
Exactly.
saying, the annual, there's no limit to the number of trips you can do on the annual policy. So I greatly advise you to do that. I would rather be double covered. Just like, you got to have car insurance, you need to have travel insurance. You just never know.
You don't. And I will caution you. Sometimes people like to say, "Oh, my credit card has travel insurance in it. Oh, I'm going to use that." Let me just caution you. They have exclusions and rules and regulations as well. And they don't always cover you the way that you think. They
Hmm.
may require you to book through a certain travel company. Like
Hmm.
they may have some ownership in a certain travel agency. They may
Hmm.
require you to book your trip through them. If you don't, it doesn't apply.
Right.
So I would just say if you want to use your credit card travel coverage, read the exclusions and make sure you understand and follow those guidelines, because if you do not, you may find out that what you thought you had is not what you have.
Right.
So just want to share that little tidbit with you too. Um, but listen, I know I seem a little discombobulated right now. Y'all gotta work with me tonight. I'm gonna drink to that a bunch of times tonight. Amen.
You got that right. You got
Where's
that
your
right.
cup, Rhonda? Where's your cup?
Oh, I know.
So listen.
Oh, I do. My weed cup is here. My weed cup is here. Yeah.
What's up, we cup?
Yes. Yes. I'm on water tonight, though. I am. Until I get off of here, and then.
Look at you being all.
Yes, I'm trying to do right. I'm trying to do right.
I'm recovering. I have been on a road trip. You know, I'm always posting my videos about road tripping.
Yes.
Let me tell you. First of all, don't take Zyrtec before you get on the road.
And think you gonna drive somewhere.
I
Think
think
you
you're
gonna be
going
awake.
anywhere. So
Yes.
this is another do as I say, not as I do moment. Okay.
Amen. Amen.
I took Zyrtec because I had my eye was itching. And I said, I'll just take this Zyrtec, head on down the highway. I made it an hour out. I was going 3.5. I was off the highway on the side of the road. Like
At
it
least you
did.
knew to stop. At least you knew to stop.
I was
Yes.
taking a nap at some random go gas station. I don't know where I was, but and don't do that either, y'all. Do as I say. I do. Okay, don't stop at random places. But I made it to the next stop, the next big city. I went and got me. Y'all, I don't drink coffee, first of all.
Hmm.
But I was informed that Starbucks sells coffee with espresso shots.
Yes. That'll get you going.
That's what I got.
That's how you make it back home.
I
Amen.
made the rest of the way. So I did not do that on the way coming back home. I'm back home now. But on the way back, I was driving, y'all. This is my tip of the night, aside from not taking Zyrtec before you drive. Listen, I don't care how cute the car is. Make sure the car you choose to drive is comfortable. Because, baby, no shade against the Land Rover people, Range Rover people. But the seats in that thing, they was leather, they was cute. The truck was cute. And my butt is on fire. I have, I feel like I've done like 100 squats. I need a back rub, a massage. Oh my God, it was the most uncomfortable,
Hmm.
uncomfortable ride ever. And I'm just glad it was only 3.5 hours because
I
anyway.
know that's right.
And like I said, I've been in pain the last hour. So really, I need them seats last you 2 hours. Anything beyond that.
Hmm.
So don't just go for cute. Get
Yes.
something functional because
Thank
that
you.
was not the move. It was a road trip. I had my music. Me and Stevie Wonder was down the highway.
I know that's right.
So yeah, that's my tip for tonight.
That's right. Make sure you're comfortable. One more thing I want to emphasize to you on the travel insurance
Oh, I'm
is
sorry.
no, no, I'm good. You good. I'm just saying, what y'all need to realize it's not just for if you get sick. Like I know my policy, and we do the cancel for any reason, different things. It covers you from the time you leave you walk out your door of your house, and that's headed to the airport, headed
Mhm.
to the port, wherever you're going, till you get back. Because you never know what could happen. You may miss a connecting flight
Yeah,
going or coming back.
yeah.
uh Something may happen. There may be a delay. Your luggage might get lost. You just never know. There's just so many things that travel insurance will cover. And don't we you are free to opt out of travel insurance. We highly advise it, but you are free to opt out. So just keep that in mind, because it covers more than just your trip. The policies that we do cover you round trip from the time you leave your door headed there to the time you get back, because there's a lot of things that could happen beyond sickness and illness and accidents and different stuff like that. There's just things that can happen. We all learned that from COVID and different things. It can you know things can shut down and change in a heartbeat. So just keep that in mind.
Oh, to that point, because some of those protections don't cover post trip. They cover during the trip only.
Only. Mm-hmm.
And so one of my partners, she had a client who was going on a trip, and when we had like snowmageddon,
Yeah.
we had all that snow that hit, and so they would cancel flights that day,
Mm-hmm.
that day, that day.
Mm-hmm.
Would you know that because they had their flight got canceled and they got another flight which also got canceled, they
Mm-hmm.
were put on, so they never made it out of the city they were leaving to go connect to
Mhm.
go to. I think they were going to Barbados or something.
Mhm.
They called the resort, let them know we can't make it because, and it was a package.
Mhm.
How about the insurance said, oh, you had to cancel 24 hours ahead?
Right.
And
Right.
because they didn't know they were going to be canceling yesterday because it was going to snow like crazy today and everything was going to shut down.
Right.
$5,000
Mhm. Mhm.
to the wind.
Yeah. That's why you got to read those excursion. What's excluded. What's not included, and everything. Make sure you read your policies and get you a good policy. I always say go with whoever your travel advisor advises you to, because believe me, when we say we be trying all kind of stuff.
We
We've
do.
been in this game for a minute, so we've tried all kind of carriers, and we've been all kind of places, and we've had customers who have been all kind of places and dealt with. I'm just gonna go with the credit card insurance, and it ain't worth nothing. And so we've seen this, people. That's why we're trying to tell y'all, get your own policy. Because what a lot of times that those policies exclude so much, or like Lanique was saying, you got to make a call 24 hours in advance for something that just happened 2 hours ago. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, it wasn't realistic. So she's still working to help them get their money back though. But they did get a little. I think they got a little bit back from the airline, but the resort is still like, no, we're sorry. It was
Right.
sunny here. I don't know what y'all was doing in the United States,
Of course.
but it was great here in Barbados. I don't know what the outcome of that's going to ultimately be. They're working hard to try to get their money back, but
Hmm.
it's a whole thing, and just don't shortcut it. Don't
That's
shortcut it.
true.
And
That's
like
the
Rhonda
truth.
said, we read those policies, we read the exclusions, and you I, we will send you the policy, like, so
Hmm.
you can read it too. Like, it's not just, hey, I bought a trip and I bought travel insurance and that's all I know. No,
Hmm.
there's an actual policy like any other insurance policy
Yes.
that you can put your hands on,
Hmm.
your eyes on,
Hmm.
read for yourself.
And
So
go through it.
I always share the policy. So,
Hmm.
hey, well, Aniva, what about this? Is it going to cover this?
Hmm.
Yes, on this line, on this page, this is where you can find it. And I like highlight it, screenshot it, whatever, and send it, but still refer them to the document that they have. But a lot of times I know you're trusting us to have done that homework when we do,
Hmm.
but it's okay to know for yourself too.
Exactly. Be familiar with, be comfortable with what you're buying. And I always advise people, when you pay your deposit, buy get the travel insurance, because a lot of people like to try to add it later. Some
Mhm.
policies have an exclusion. Some policies you have to book it within so many days of you making that deposit.
Yep. And
You cannot. Yeah.
to that point, if you inside of 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
like if they let you get it later, that 2 week mark before your trip is the deadline cutoff. If you go inside of 2 weeks, they're gonna be like, oh, not eligible, can't do it. Sorry. Because you had time. Now, obviously, if we book you a trip today that you're going on next week, we'll be able to get you travel insurance because you're booking it right then. But it asks you for the booked date, so
Yes.
you can tell when
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you how long you had to actually put that in place.
Yes.
Cruise lines, particularly, if you're inside 2 weeks, they're not going to let you
Mm-hmm.
add travel protection to your trip that you already had booked for the last 8 months.
That's it.
And that's fair, though. That's fair.
That is true. And I get insurance on everything. I bought tickets the other night for um okay. I bought it for, oh, me and my daughter gonna go see Akeem Ali in May or June. That boy just tickles me.
He
That
is, boy. He said,
wordplay just,
I look like ransom
I
money.
know that's right. Boy,
I
what you
said,
say, you
man,
better say it. You better say it. But anyway,
yeah, I'm going to. I got insurance on that too.
oh yeah, and I bought the little insurance. Listen, y'all know, as much as me and my road dog Joan, we Alabama Roll Tide fans, so we've been everywhere. We
Hmm.
we went to the LSU game. We went to the Knoxville game. Um, we went to the bowl game in Tampa. Everywhere we go, we have travel insurance. We
Yeah.
have travel insurance on our travel. We have travel insurance on those tickets. We get travel insurance on, every time normally when we are in Tuscaloosa for the Alabama games, we always park at the Capstone Garage. I put insurance on that too. Because in case I don't go or for some reason we end up not going, we're covered. We're covered.
Right.
Something may happen. You just never know on the road there or back. So even if you follow your favorite sports team, uh, get insurance on your tickets. Get insurance on that trip. Even if you like, Laniva just did a road trip. You just never know. You can get insurance. You can get the travel insurance. So just make sure that you're covered and that everything's taken care of.
Yeah. Yes. And yeah, that insurance for that show was $5.
$5. Show was. Show
It was
was. I
my
was
favorite
like, all right.
penny. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing. What is it?
Thank you.
May the something, June the 10th, whatever. I think it's June.
June, something, whatever it is. But yeah, we're
Whatever
gonna
it is.
be there. Hmm.
We're gonna be there in the spot. I'm gonna enjoy it, and I got travel insurance because I just never know. I might have to go out of
Exactly.
town again. I don't know.
That's
Um,
true.
we just trying to help you out. Be
Yes.
wise, be prudent, protect your money. I mean, this is about protecting
Exactly.
you and your money. Your health, your luggage,
Hmm.
your
Hmm.
queen.
Yes.
That.
Everything.
Hmm.
Everything. Um, One other thing we want to do, we want to show y'all about the Labor Day trip. Um, it requires a $300 deposit per person. Um, and you'll see on here, we're going to show you the website in a minute, but we have it says from 1512 per person, because that was the price when we ran the numbers, when we first came up with the trip. So it may vary a little bit, but again, you can still get in for the $300 deposit. And I think we have until it's Labor Day. I think it's like the end of July, mid-July,
You
before the
like
next payment is due or something like that. So you can definitely still do that. And again, this price does not include travel insurance. Listen, I usually put it in the price. I usually do, but we can't make you get travel insurance. As much as we want you to, we can't make you. So the travel insurance is something that's optional that you can add on, but we highly advise. Hold on, I don't
technology.
share screen.
Yeah.
Okay, dedicate one. Okay, share screen. This one. Okay, share. Hot dog. I think I'm cooking with Crisco. Can you see
Thank
it?
you. Woo! Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is mylabordaytrip.com. We're going to Cancun for Labor Day. Again, it's August 30th through September the 4th. Um, you'll see, we want you to join us in Cancun Labor Day. That's a beautiful shot of the beach and the water in Cancun. And if you've never been there, it's like one of my favorite places on the earth. And
Did you
that's Earth
see?
with an F.
Did you see that said nonstop luxury charter flight? I just want to,
Yes,
point
yes,
that out. The
yes,
nonstop luxury charter
yes.
part. People,
Yeah, and your ground transportation is included, so don't miss it. That's just some typical pictures of the resort, of people having a good time, because that's what we do. And so we got round trip flights from Nashville to Cancun, and all inclusive resort stay. We're staying at the Breathless Soul Cancun Resort and Spa. Your round trip airport transfer, so you don't have to worry about your ground transportation. They have an infinity rooftop pool and bar. You can upgrade to the XL Club, which we highly recommend.
highly, highly again recommend. Yes.
Woo! Again, it's priced from 1512 per person with your taxes and fees included. This is a lovely shot of that infinity rooftop bar. Man, when I was there at Cancun, so they had the performers doing synchronized swimming in that pool. Man, it was off the chain. It was off the chain. They got some of the best.
I
entertainment
can't wait. I can't
there
wait.
is. I'm telling you.
I can't
But
wait.
they got nightly parties and entertainment. If you've been to a Breathless before, Breathless get down.
I know
They all about a party.
the party.
Yes, they put on some good shows. Okay, and again, this is an adults only property. Again, the deposit $300 per person is due at the time of booking. You can make monthly payments. If you want to set you up on monthly payments, we can do that. You have until because the final has to be paid in full by late July. And again, I know I shouldn't say this, but passports are required. If you don't have your passport, I don't know what to tell you, but yeah. And these prices are based on two adults per room. So that could be a husband and wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever y'all doing. We don't care. Again, Leneva, I, and Shalonda are doing this trip. So y'all can hit us up. The email, if you send an email to trips at travel with Rhonda, just put it down who your advisor is. When you go to do the book now, it's not going to charge you anything. It's just you filling out the information form to let us know that you want to go.
Yes.
And then your travel advisor, whether it's me, Leneva, or Shalonda, will hit you back and get you locked in and get you going. So again, we invite you to come on out. And again, the travel insurance vacation protection plan or travel insurance, however you want to call it. Different people call it different things. It is highly recommended, but it is optional and it is not included in this price. Okay.
Highly, highly
Highly, highly, yes.
recommended.
So come on out and check it out with us. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing.
We going jet skiing.
Oh, we gonna do something.
Okay, because the jet ski got my name on it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Oh, and that's a beautiful piece of beach right there where the Breathless Soul is. It's relatively calm. It's almost like on its own little lagoon. We had they have people out there every morning to rake the sand, in case there is some seaweed and stuff. But it's a very clean beach. That part is very good. So
Yeah,
we
because a lot
invite
of
you to
people
come on out.
a lot of people ask if the beach is swimmable. Swimmable. Some places you go, the beach is not swimmable, and they want to go play in the water.
I
So
know. It was relatively calm. Now, the last time I was there in January, so I didn't swim. I didn't, it wasn't.
it was
It
cold.
was decent. Like we could wear our swimsuits in the day, but in the evening you needed a jacket. But
Okay.
Labor Day, this one's gonna be ready to go.
Jet skis,
Yes,
connect board,
yes, yes.
Uno, what,
Yeah,
infinity, infinity.
Uno infinity. Yes, that will you be
Why
okay because we cannot take knives and guns through customs. That's frowned upon.
you can't
So
say that when I'm getting ready to sip my sippy sip. You still got to spit it out, spray the computer,
woo,
shut it down.
I'm
Um,
telling you.
but yes, I'm looking
Yes.
forward to that. And premium liquor, right?
Oh yes, yes, yes.
At the
And
all
you have
inclusive resort.
and for those of you who have never been to an all inclusive, you can eat and drink out of your mini bar. I know in us from the US, when you would take that summer trip with your family and your mama be like, you better not eat nothing out that mini bar. You better not
Don't
eat
move
nothing.
it.
What you say, you better not
Don't pick
breathe.
it up.
Because it's $20 for a can of Coke. You know it is.
All you gotta do is move it, and they're
Thank
gonna
you. Just
charge
shout
you.
out. You better not open that supposedly free bottle of water in there. You know you going. No, y'all, it is not like that. You can eat. Look, I'd be eating out drinking. They had a liquor right there. Go to town. This is
And the M&Ms. Don't play.
the M&Ms, the Snicker bar in case you get hangry. You all right. Look, and room service is normally 24 hours a day. Did you hear what I said? So, like, if you sit out there
Always.
and drink and drink and drink and then want to go back to the room, you can call room service and they will deliver to you. If you've never done an all inclusive, we invite you to come do it. That's nearly 100% of what I do now. I used to be a big cruiser. My husband doesn't cruise well.
Right.
So, um, I do more of the all inclusives. So come check it out. And if you're any guys out there want to get, we're doing a guys trip. I think it's May 29th through June the 2nd, something like that. That's all guys. Every guy has their own room. You're going to Temptations Cancun. I don't want to hear it, ladies. Oh, you how you let them go to Temptations? Hey, you know what? I ain't worried about it. Let them go on. Let them go on. Get you some rest. So, ladies, if you want to get you some rest, send the guys on our guys trip. Hit us up. We'll let you know about the guys trip that's going. Because I think we've got 8 guys going right now, and yeah, it turned out really good. And the prices on that one have actually come down. It was 2,100 when I had originally booked them, and I looked at the prices the other day. And even though you can't get the same nonstop flights, it was pricing out at about 1,800. So if you want to go, holler at us.
Holler at us.
That's right. That's right. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up. This has been our Tuesday night um, Tripping on Travel show, talking all about why you need travel insurance.
Insurance.
That's right. You better get you some insurance.
Don't be
Liberty.
tripping.
I'm saying, y'all be sitting up there, little Geico, y'all be tripping off him and the Liberty Mutual and Emu. Yeah, look, you better get your own insurance. You
Not
better
the
get you
emu.
what you said.
Not the emu. Right?
I love yeah, it's Limu, Emu, and Doug. And Doug come running in, he all winded and can't breathe. That's me, I'm Doug. Cause I be like, shh, I know y'all expect me
Okay.
to run,
I
whatever.
like the little commercial where the daddy is like, "You'll never make it out
I
there."
know he be hating on Limu.
He's
Limu
his
made
little
it.
backpack and he's leaving
With
home.
on that stick.
And then the daddy is watching TV and he said, "Oh, he
He
made
made it. Yeah, don't be hating. Y'all better get y'all some insurance. Y'all better holler at Limu, somebody. Anyway,
it." I'm gonna leave it this little teaser if you like sports. Wait, so what I share with you next?
that's right. That's right. We'll be back on Thursday of this week. That'll be April the 3rd, I do believe. Around about the same time, 7 p.m. CPT time, colored people time, 7-ish. That's
7-ish.
right. We'll see y'all then. Thanks for tuning in.
Peace.
All right. Bye.